Are we live? I don't even know what microphone I'm on. Oh boy. I'll listen to this later and figure it out. Hello? Oh no. Hello? Oh no. Oh no. That's not working, is it? Oh, oh, oh. There's some reverb on that track. Still listening to the echo. Like a 4-second delay. On a delay. Is this alive? Uh-oh, something's weird. There's no chat. Let me check. Hustling. What's going on here? Let's see why. Say something. All right. I don't think it's working. It says that I'm live. Audio's bad. I know it. These headphones make me hear everything about 1.5 seconds later. Terrible. Working on it. Oh wow. Oh. Everyone wants to know about tubas. I wonder why. Scott, I do take your question seriously. Let me just switch headphones. Oh, double echo on those headphones. Let's find something better. I mean, do you want to get a straight answer from me, or see if this works? Oh, it's very echo. Oh, I think it's just that. Okay, so there's the reverb's off. Speaking through room mics. Ooh, they probably don't sound great. I have thoughts on the Firebird and the Petrushka. I would get the Petrushka over the Firebird almost any day unless I was absolutely sure that my gig was in a large orchestra or an opera orchestra. Then I would probably maybe consider the Firebird. But the Petrushka will be better all around and in orchestra 70% of the time. Don't know. If I had both the horns, then I'd, who knows? That's my answer about that. But I think they're both probably very nice horns. 10 to 20K F tuba range. Oh, this is a great question. I love this one. Oh, wow. Okay, so so you're seriously thinking about that. Well, because you can get almost every F tuba for that price, especially if you consider used horns. I love both my F tubas for different reasons. Well, and then I have a third one that I would probably bring to an orchestra that's like a PT-15 type of tuba. Well, for college, get the Petrushka. You want a horn that you can just bring around everywhere and play anything, like on quintet, recital, orchestra. You want something super versatile. What else are you going to do in college? I mean, do you think there's going to be a huge difference between, say, having a horn like a Petrushka, like what I've got, Yamaha 822. I've got a smaller F, the 621, which is, that would be like my go-to horn for almost anything. So you want a versatile horn if you want to learn to play, if you're young and you're playing tuba. You don't need to specialize and think, well, these orchestral players have these big, beautiful rotary valve horns made in Germany and stuff. And those are really great horns. They really are. But you might not want to play that horn in a brass quintet. You know, you probably wouldn't. I mean, you could, but you wouldn't. So, I don't know. I found it that way. I got stuck with the Rudy Meinl 6-valve F tuba when I was in college as my first F tuba. Looking back, I'm glad it was my first F tuba, but over the years, the experience brought me to have my F tubas as piston valve F tubas all day long, favored that way. Just because of the dexterity of the low register. Because even just a few notes that are stuffy and hard to play, and even on the best rotary tubas, those notes are, they're going to be harder to play. So you can go to a recital and hear Alan Baer play his Kodiak F tuba, and I've heard him in person more than a few times before he moved out to New York and all that, on that horn, and wow, he sounds so great. But those low notes that he sounds so great on, I mean, most people don't. Sorry, but they don't. Like he does, but most people don't. So, yeah, I say go with the Petrushka if you're in college and you have a budget like that. Wow, I mean, and that's a great investment. So good for you. Your tuba might be an even better investment in your lifelong, both your savings and your journey, than college itself. So be careful about investing in college, because knowledge is so incredibly subjective. So you're going to place for knowledge, to learn something, whether it be music or just learning about the world, or a special profession like engineering or chemistry, or something really excellent and noble like being a physician or something like that. Still, you are paying for subjective knowledge from other people who are handing you their knowledge and knowledge that's been taught to them. Whereas, going into college, if you are able to get your hands on a York Brunner tuba, you might keep it for your entire life and still have it sitting behind you right here. And know that in a pinch, you could sell that tuba and literally buy 20 acres of land and a cabin, which is probably a good thing to have these days. I don't know. But if you had to, you could do it. Or orchestra playing, I think you're going to sound better on a rotary valve F tuba on a lot of the orchestra repertoire, like the high stuff, the Berlioz and things like that. I mean, even pictures of an exhibition, I'd play that with a 6-quarter horn, preferably 3 horns, and then a rotary F tuba, and then a tenor tuba of some kind. So, I mean, if that's your specialization, then that's the way to go. But, and I loved orchestra playing, and I kind of wanted to do that for a living, and I may have even had a shot at it if I had applied myself, which didn't, so I didn't, so I didn't deserve a job like that anyway. But like when I look back on it, I'm glad I didn't go into that. I appreciate those lives of the orchestral musician, and they do very well. But I'm glad I didn't personally do it. BNS 3099. I wonder what that is. That might be kind of similar to what I've got back there. I've got it's a PT 15 copy, so I guess it's like a Paratucci. There was the PT 10, and then the 15 has a bigger bell. I don't know exactly what type of bell. But that, I think that was actually, that idea was taken, well, through Tommy Johnson, but the idea actually came from Rob Stewart in Los Angeles, who is just an absolute genius musical instrument repairman and manufacturer, like creator. Like, he would make his own cornets and replica instruments from ages past, but he would make them, artisan quality. He wouldn't just make an instrument sort of like a replica. He'd make it just like a replica, and just like maybe the very best of their kind would have made it, at that time. So anyway, but Rob Stewart, Tommy was having problems with his BNS PT 10, Paratucci, whatever it was. In that the low range just wouldn't pop out like he wanted it to. And I guess he asked Rob Stewart, because he looked at the bell and he thought, if I put a Miraphone 185 bell on this F tuba, I think that it would, because the 185 was really just a sweet spot for jumping, for electric articulation on the tuba, the Miraphone 185C tuba. It had other issues that were not fun to play. So I used to play one, and it was just my favorite horn, but it had some issues that were hard to deal with. But Tommy Johnson thought that he could take, because he had all these horns lying around, that he could take one of those 185 bells, put it on the Paratucci, and see what happened. And he did, and that became his magic F tuba almost maybe through his whole life. I don't know if he kept it till he died, but that was his awesome tuba. When he played his last major recital at UCLA in 1994, might have been 95, but he played most of it on that horn, including the Bruce Broughton Sonata, which was written for him. And he played it on that tuba. And I got to play that tuba, and it was fantastic. But I kind of think that word got around, so then they built this PT-15, which I think is pretty similar to that. But BNS 3099, I could look it up. Look it up. This became Tuba Talk really quick. I was gonna like mess around with all my sounds here. This is a little bit interesting, so I'm gonna look this up. BNS 3099. I hope you can hear me. Well, there it is. Yeah, that looks like it. Let's see that one. A 6/4 rotary valve F tuba, right? So they say 6/4. Whoa. 13.5 thousand euros. Wow. I mean, I don't know, but that looks similar to what I've got back there. The horn I have, I paid $1,000 for, brand new. I'm not kidding. What? That was one of my very best buys. The M&M, but they're like out of business now. But hey, I don't care. I'm glad, I'm glad I got that tuba. Quite an impressive tuba. That's a Jim bout now. Okay, so I'm not going to pull it out right now, but I'll tell you about that M&M F tuba back there. It has a buttery sound. You get the slides in the right spot. It plays wonderfully in tune. It even has a passable low register, like I was talking about earlier. Like, would you want to play in a quintet? No, but I think I'd rather have that one than my old Rudy Meinl F tuba. Well, I know I would rather have that one. It has a better low register. Does it compare to my piston F? It does not compare. No rotary valve tuba compares to the piston F tubas. I hope that's helpful. All right, I'm going to go back to pushing these buttons until you have another question. I'm testing some things here. I have to go back and listen to this. I don't even know if it's peaking out. It might I don't even know if it's going through. 1, 2. I think it is. So we have all cameras go. All cameras go. There you are. Welcome to Tuba Talk. Tubadylan here. You may ask me anything, and I will not know anything. That's about right. There's a dog back there. You know, on the internet these days, the cameras, they flip around because it looks weird when you look at yourself and you're mirrored not correctly and your right hand's on the left side, your left hand's on the right side. Yeah, that's a problem. It's a problem. Let's see what this does. I apologize for all of this, but I'm enjoying it right now. Let's see what happens.
Do I sound different? Hello? 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 I think something happened.
There's a beat there. Wow. Nobody's on tonight, so I could just play with this. This is a synthesizer. Oh, hey, oh, hey, oh, I know, E.T. Yes, there he is. He's right here. Oh, oh, hey, hey, I'm not in the shot, Dumbo. Oh, sorry. Hold on. Oh, I'm out of focus. Oh, back up, you idiot. Sorry. So, what's going on? Oh. It's the middle of the night and nobody's watching, but this is live on YouTube. And you keep turning my head away from the camera, you dumb idiot. Oh. Oh, no. Oh. Hello. Hello. Do you have a question for me, Elliot? Elliot, do you have any questions for me tonight? Elliot, Elliot, why don't you talk to me anymore? We had so much fun with those frogs, remember? Oh, Elliot, why don't you want to be my friend anymore? I wish I could understand it. Things changed when I stopped drinking Coors and went to Bud Light. My life became a living nightmare. I gotta go back to Coors, even though all they have is Budweiser at Dodger Stadium. Elliot, life is so hard these days. I just can't take it. Oh. Do you have any tuba questions, Elliot? Anymore? Oh. Audio's fine. Oh, there's my friend, Randall. Oh, Randall. I know you. You are the space alien from Canada. That is very exciting for E.T. Excellent. Yes, well, the audio is peaking and has problems as always, but we are a work in progress here on the tubadylan show. Just like me. I've never actually been on, only in the background.
Yet today I decided to come out. Who knew? Who knew? How are your bees doing? You know, I have many, many bees and insects all around my house. I love them. I love insects. They're just so cute. They fly around. They fertilize things and they make all of the other animals happy because they get eaten and the other animals have full bellies. And it's just a wonderful thing. And I see them all over. But I don't have a hive or anything like that. But I do know they're around here someplace. Well, good to have you here. I'll tell you what, the ET is getting heavy, so I'm going to put him down because I've never sat... Well, wait a minute. Wait a minute. I'm ET. Okay. I am getting too heavy for Elliot. So I'm going to go sit down in my regular spot, and he's going to go back to being a fat tuba player on the internet. Thank you. Have a nice day.
That was E.T., ladies and gentlemen. E.T., the extra terrestrial. Yes. We had him here directly on our show for the first time as an actual guest. So, it was very exciting. Let me switch this up here. Very exciting times we live in. We hear of these space aliens, don't we? And who really knew, but some of us have literal living space aliens inside of our home studios. How could that be? I don't know. Those things are kind of hard to come by, these ETs, so don't know. But I happen to be a big fan of that movie, especially the music and the soundtrack that just bring it to life. Yeah, so I've been like playing with this setup, and it's in a total jumping, jiving disarray of absolute madness. Yet it's been kind of fun just to mess around with it. I think I can even switch a few sounds if I can find like where my mouse is on what screen, and no, it doesn't even want to let me do that. Do you want to use this audio device? No, not on that particular. I have so many computers in here and so many things here. Oh, see, look, it's different. It's kind of creepy, like haunted housey. Yeah, so I can just start messing around here with different things. There was a plan in the crazy old past that I was going to come on here and do songs or live shows every night, or something musically heroic. I would be happy to try it, but it sounds daunting. Yet, part of me still wants to do it and just mess around. And I like the idea of the live streams. Did you buy another Yamaha? Oh, well, no, not since this one back here. I think I've shown you that one. That's the AC5M for Mahogany. That's the last one I bought. Man, those Yamaha guitars,